Set up. So the beard out. Everything all set and ready. Set my chair. My volume off on my phone. There we go. Turn everything off. Close that out. Don't be bothered. And get the timer set up so we can do these sprints. So if anybody's in here, let me know in the chat what genre your work in progress is going to be tonight. So I get our 25-minute timer set. So when we have our sprints, the timer will count down and we will have 25 minutes. Come on. There we sort of go. No, not quite. And no. How do we get it? Guess that's not too bad if I set it there. So set the timer. We'll have 25 minutes in the sprint, which means that during those 25 minutes, the challenge is get as many words written in your work in progress as possible. But right now I am getting everything set up. So let me get, I'm drafting in Notepad just because I can share that on the screen and it doesn't have any URLs or login information. So I'm always nervous. So like if I share Google Drive, can anybody do anything with the URL on top? And not that I think I have a literary masterpiece on my hands. It's just, I feel better if I don't even have to worry about weird stuff like that. What I do is I write in Notepad, and then I copy and paste that into Google Drive, and I use Google Drive to tell me what the word count is during the sprint. So that's kind of the brief setup. Let me get, all right, so entry 11. All right, let me share my other screen. I want the window, writing, studio hour, stream, boom, share. There we go. Now we're sharing. All right. Like that. I can get some of this set up. I'm slow to get started for this first part of the stream because I don't know how long it takes for people to really find out that we're doing this to begin with. So if anybody wants to participate, I always make sure that there's a couple of minutes right here in the beginning that people can find the stream and they can go, yeah, I could do a writing sprint right now. Let me join that. And, you know, from there, if I just jump right into it and our clock was ticking, anybody that wants to join us, you know, they would start partway through a sprint. This just gives anybody that might want to join the opportunity to do so. Oh, what is today? The 13th. I'll just steal this. It'll be a little after midnight by the time we're done. So I mean, maybe the dates aren't that great. Each one of these should really go back a day. Because a lot of these, they've all started before midnight, but lots of times they end after. Let's see, what are we going to do? Tonight will be sprints 9. Oh, we're going to hit double digits. 9 and 10. No words there. No words there. Okay. Not there. Not there. Will do. Copy. You know what that one's going to be now. Is that really? Okay, that is one space. What I don't know is what our final time will be. How long this will be. All right. I've started reviewing what I wrote in the previous sprint now, because before, if I just hit start on the timer, I would forget where I was, and I'd spend the first 5 minutes of the sprint just trying to figure out what I wanted to put next in the story. So give it, I don't know, give me 2 or 3 minutes and we'll be ready to kick the first sprint off. Basically just need to remember what I wrote before and the next immediate entries that I was looking at putting into the next immediate entries I was looking at drafting. So this is an, I think it's pronounced epistolary story. It's told through a found diary. So there won't be any like direct character interactions. Like this is all the information is conveyed through the diary entries. And our setting, I mean, I guess the easiest way to explain it, you know, we're a medieval setting, I guess, is probably the most user-friendly way to say it, but back home, that's right, he found a little bit much. He realizes he needs money. Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. We're going to see how many words we can get. And if anybody's in here yet, go ahead in the chat and let me know what genre your work in progress is tonight. We will start, and there we go. Of course, you never get this angled in a way where it's like visible without reflecting the computer screens back. There we go. All right. 24 minutes, 35 seconds. Let's go. Can't be this tired yet. Not even through the first sprint. Oh, 5 minutes. Still doing good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm yawning way too much. It's too early for this. Of course, now I'm stuck a little bit because I just don't want him whining like, oh, yeah, I worked a little bit more, so I bought another thing. Well, hopefully it's not contagious to anybody listening, but I'm just tired tonight. It was fine until I started writing. It is wild because, like, I want to write. I don't want to go to bed yet. What I need to do is figure out just what exactly is going on here with entry 14. because you got to keep moving closer to the expedition leaving home. He's sort of prepared. Oh, my eyes are watering now. Now it's down to 2 minutes. Still got to come up with something, though. Because he's slowly accumulating things. I need something else. Like. All right, there's sprint number 1, and we're gonna get some grandpa gifts going here. Now, did I type anything? I did not type. So we'll just copy this. Actually, no, wait. Please look at all these things now. Now stuff is, man, lustrous. Luster. So I know that this is few, occasionally, cabochons, occasion. Maybe I shouldn't try to spell that word anymore. Fence line is 2 words. There, that was not a great one. But hold on, I gotta look up. Is lustrous a word? It is. Having luster or shining. I just did not spell it anywhere near how it's actually spelled. There we go. Yeah. So he takes it to the jeweler sees it, confirms, yeah, that's a gemstone, all right, kid, you found a quartz, which is fine, but unless they are just fantastic specimens, and nobody doesn't care. Garnets and white quartz. It's like if you're in a river that has those, you're going to be surrounded by them. They're not particularly, not that they're not worthy, but like not really worth anything. Julie doesn't want to buy them. But see where we're at here. We are 563 words for sprint number 1, which is going to put us in a good spot. That's more than we had yesterday. 5, 6, 3. All right, we can do that. I don't know what's making me yawn so much tonight, though. Because it's like I'm excited to write. I want to. I mean, I know roughly what the story's gonna turn into, but I'm still excited to see how it gets there. Because just because I have an idea in my head, like it isn't always the way it happens when it gets onto paper. So I'm still curious to find out just how exactly the story's gonna turn out. And I don't know how long it's gonna be at all. We're coming up on 4,000 words now, so we should make it probably within the novelette range. And that's we transition out of the short story somewhere between 7,500 and 10,000 words. So I don't see an issue with hitting that because I haven't even gotten him prepared for his adventure yet. And I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch I can cut. Like as I'm typing this, it feels like there's just exposition dumping, and it's like I wonder how much of this will get cut in the first round of the revision process. That's usually the way it works. When things get edited, they get smaller, they don't get bigger. So I would love to be like, oh yeah, this novelette, it grew into a novella, but that's not usually what happens for me. To be like, oh wow, this 12,000 words. Oh, you edited, yeah. Now we're 95. Yeah, now we're 9,500 words. But finish up entry 14. Gonna get some stuff from Grandpa. Then he's probably gonna have to wrap up things working, cutting the fish. He's gonna go broke, buying all his supplies for the trip. And then he's gonna need to go on his journey, maybe. I mean, this is 14 entries, and he's not right now. He isn't making an entry per day. So he is over the course of weeks here. Maybe 3-4 weeks total. Something like that. He's been working towards this expedition he's got in his head because he thinks, if he can just make it further and further upstream, he should be finding more and more valuable things. So precious stones he could actually sell because, the jeweler confirmed, yeah, he'll buy them, just he had shitty ones. The jeweler didn't want those particular ones. But in his head, he heard, go get the better ones and come back. So that's his plan. Go get gold, go get That's funny. I can see just a little bit of my beard in the, yeah, right there. I can see just enough of my beard in the webcam there, and I have one white hair that is absolutely just sticking out. Well, okay, now I got a bunch of white hair in my beard, but from back here, I have one that's sticking out more than the others. Hide it back in there. All right. Hopefully, my yawns are out of the way. Let's start this second sprint and see what we get into. Start 25 minutes. Oh, geez, I forgot to even ask. So if anybody's riding along, please put it in the chat. Let me know how many words you got on your sprint. And now we are getting, yeah, clock's ticking. I highlight here so that I know when I come back to figure out how many words this sprint got. That's where I pick up on. My Garmin telling me I had a workout day. Time to relax and focus on getting good sleep. Okay, well, maybe my body is tired if Garmin's telling me to chill out. All right, let's not getting this written. Okay. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. Yeah, I gotta have some more time to pass. Basically, he needs time to keep working to make money to pay for this because he just needs money to fund it. Almost yawned again. Or maybe I was trying not to yawn. 12 minutes. Okay. 316. Don't yawn again. that is going to end this sprint. Just too bad, because I think I had something going there. But that's okay. My Garmin's telling me good evening. Okay, yes, come on. I know. Exit evening report. I know I need to go to bed. But, all right, let me 12, 13, so that's going to be 14 there. All right, paste of fishing supplies. Okay, so make that not bold. Come back to my Google Doc full of fishing supplies. There we go. I highlight that, so now I know which words I have to grab for my word count. This does not feel like a very large word count. Maybe it'll surprise me. I had a good push with that first sprint, so it's possible I'm gonna break 1,000, but I don't know if I'm gonna get my hopes up. It doesn't feel like a lot. Copy, paste. There we go. Now I'm going to need to make this bold so when I come back, I know that I wrote up to here so that the next word count starts from here down. Now highlight everything up until there. Whoa! Boom! All right, that's actually, I'll take it. Not quite a record, but higher than we were before. We're doing all right. So that sprint was 618 words. Now, one of these days I'm gonna embarrass myself doing that. But 563 plus 618. So that's gonna be 1181. 1181. I think that's going to be 1181, but I need to get my calculator to add 563 plus 618 is 1181. 181 words. Now, the big question here will be, what did I get? Oh, almost 100 words less than last time. According to this, we had a hell of a sprint end of yesterday. But let's see. 1,181 plus 3,322 equals 4,503. All right, we're getting there, and I still have to write an introduction. So the way this story will begin is somebody actually finding the diary. And I know that the story is going to end with him he's going to put his diary in that wax canvas bag and tie it off, and he's going to throw that into the river. And he's specifically, he's going to hope that the current takes it, that somebody will find the diary, and then maybe they'll follow it upriver and find him. That's kind of his last, last ditch hope. when he's all sick and racked with fever and infections taking his leg, and he's just straight up not having a good time at the end of the story. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning again. It's just crazy because I want to be tired. All right. Now, yeah, it'll be 1 hour, close enough to 12 minutes. This math is sort of enough that I can do in my head. So that would be 49 minutes. 5 hours, 49 minutes. I still feel like this writing pace is... These breaks in the sprints are slowing me down because 5 hours, 49 minutes to only have 4,500 words. And then even if I go back up here to the outline, that's what, 5, 6. Yeah, we're only about $5,000. I'm not even getting 1,000 words an hour. But what I do feel, see, 1,000, not quite. Boom, boom. Well, I don't know what I'm averaging. These are both, that's over, that's over. It's going to be a little over 1,000 words a sprint, I guess. So this is going to be, let's say this hits 20K as a novella. Ooh. You know what? I don't have the slightest idea what that number 8 is for. But if we just assume that this hits like 20K, then we get another 15 plus-ish sprints to go, which will be fine. Because right now we're just like, get it out. Get it drafted. Because I can go through it, I can edit, I can revise. One of the things I do is I'll edit, I'll revise, and then I should read it out loud. Don't narrate it till it's finished, but hearing it out loud kind of lets me know when things just don't really sound right. But I can get it to that point. And then I can kick it off to an editor and have somebody else tell me, like, Matt, your writing is god-awful. Stop. And then I'll get it back, make changes based on that information, kick it off to beta readers, get their feel for it, maybe change things, maybe not, depends on what the feedback I get from them is, and then make a decision on what the final product will be if there's not crazy rewrites and revisions from the beta readers. If there's a whole bunch of things that change from that, then this will be kicked back to another editor. And then I'll get a final copy. And then I will have spent more money getting help on this than I would ever make from anything, because right now I'm not charging anything for it. We're building a story for a free library, and actually I don't know if this drafting process, if this counts. Like if you're going to submit to a magazine, you can't have it published on like your own blog or put online already somewhere. So I don't know how this counts, because it's like it's not on my blog, it's not an article, but it was all drafted and written publicly on YouTube Live here. But this has been me ranting. I think we're making pretty good progress. So let me know in the chat how many words you pulled out of your work in progress for this sprint. And then I think my yawning is going to force me to go to bed tonight, even though I don't want to. I think My body's telling me to. So, have a good night, everybody.